Welcome to the standards-based classroom, and what I want to work with you today is explaining exactly what you see when you go in to your AP Lit or newspaper screens. So first of all, the breakdown of how things are assessed. A G is basically a placeholder which lets you know that a grade has been entered of the standards-based grades. And then the subsequent ones after that is E for exceeds standards, M for meets standards, A for approaching standards, NI meaning there is no information. Rather than giving a 0, you're getting an NI, which means I have no basis to give you any assessment based on a particular standard. So when you want to review how you're doing overall, you go into Progress, you click Progress, and then Progress on Standards, and then you select your class. So then what you see when you have the summary here is you have each individual standard that we've addressed so far in class, and then a specific assessment letter for each of them. If it's blank, it means it hasn't been assessed yet. Although it does say percentage proficiency with the 100% here, this column actually doesn't mean anything, and we're working to get it removed. What I'd like you to focus on is the standard grade. This is the one that shows you how you're doing against the specific standards that are happening in the class. As we scroll down, we also see the individual assignments for each standard, and as more assignments get inputted here and the same standard gets used in different assignments, they're going to populate in this area. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to give you a breakdown of the specific things that you're doing. Now, something that you also need to realize is that when you click on a particular assignment, the little hourglass, what you're going to see is the assignment over here, which you could get more info, and you could get this screen as well when you go in through the assignment in each class rather than this screen. The overall grade is again going to be this G, which basically shows the placeholder so that you know that something has been inputted. If you click more info, you'll get the teacher comments here at the bottom, which will allow you to see the more specific feedback that you've received for this particular assignment. And then by standard, you have 3 for this particular assignment and what you've done against each one of them in particular. Students are now going to be able to use this to really understand where they're being successful and where they need some help. This student in particular that we're looking at is doing very well. She's meeting its standards at the very least, and there is no approaching standards yet, which might also be normal for this time of year. What's also going to happen as the year goes on is that every time we practice using the same standard, it's going to be on a decaying average, which means the most recent iteration of the same standard is going to count the most. So as you improve and practice on any particular standard, it automatically moves to the most recent iteration of it. So be mindful that as time goes on and more practice happens, the logical movement forward is definitely necessary and evident. Over here where you have the question marks, this just basically means that this assignment has been uploaded but no feedback has yet been provided because this assignment hasn't been turned in yet. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and if you have specific questions, you can certainly email me directly at ssaxton@wjps.org, or you can contact me directly on Twitter at Miss Saxton. Hope everybody has a nice evening.